Well, hello everyone.
Two people here. Hi.
I'm back. I'm alive.
We're doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Jade, what's going on? Gosu. Cordial, what's going on? I am Ray, what's happening? I am Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it. I am Mortal Kombat. What's up? Arctic, hello. Jade, hello. Thank you for the welcome back. It is good to be back.
Yeah, because you want to say Immortal Kombat. The but
yeah.
I am Mortal Kombat, but I look at it and the first thing that comes to mind is Immortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So.
Oh God, the tyrant is back.
Yeah. Right?
I am
right.
I'm the tyrantiest.
Fun is over.
Yeah, you guys can't have fun anymore.
No
I'm
more fun.
back. Okay.
No
I am
more
back.
fun. Fun's done. Job's done.
Job's done. Man, I love that game.
No, you don't.
I have fond memories of that game. How about that?
That game, you know why I stopped playing that damn game? Was strictly because of the stupid orc noises. Job's done. And I was like, okay, I got it the first time, buddy. I got it. I heard you the first time. Job's done.
Zug zug.
Yeah, zug zug.
Oh, man. It's funny because that was one of the...
Me not that kind of orc. See, I remember all of them, and they do bring back fond memories of the first time you were excited to play the game.
Yeah.
And then, like, day 2 or 3, you were like, no, I got to turn the volume down or something.
I mean, it's funny for me because it was one of the first games that I really ever, like, played and remember playing from my young age.
Boy.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the first one where you really sat down and focused on it.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time playing it. I really enjoyed the story of it. It was kind of that first experience of that kind of game.
I have also never liked real-time strategy games, so it does not hold a lot of water.
I mean, I
me
suck at them.
Because I'm like, I don't like the whole clicks per minute type mentality of managing resources and all that kind of crap. So it's a little rough. But, yeah, it was a very fun game.
Also, hello, Scrumbly. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but hello. Gosu, what's up?
I'm gonna have to have a talk with that Scrumbly Dumpless guy.
Why? What'd he do?
The whole, like, watch the stream without volume.
He's working.
We need him to stand up to the oppressors.
I mean...
And turn the volume on.
Make all of his patients listen to it in the background?
Exactly.
I will tell him that to his face. You know, I'll even call his office and be like, hey.
Stand up to the oppressors, Scrumbly.
Yeah.
I need you to do your part.
The funny thing is, I think the more work one is the human.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Also, the off we go then is the human worker as well.
Human. Yeah.
Zug Zug for the Horde is all the orc ones.
I think that's great. Yeah. Just so it's like, tight, compact enough to where they don't slide around on each other. That's perfect. Thanks, babe.
Back.
Bye, Jen. See you soon.
I might just and I back from box like
one of those days.
fill in days.
Okay.
Yikes.
Sorry, babe.
So I'll be
Okay.
Thank you. You have to send Jen on an adventure.
Off to the mail place.
Well, we've got to send something to the lab, like overnight.
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I got the final 2 colors done.
For the new sets?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
But that means that they have to, like, get the dry swatch samples that I made have to get sent out just so that when they get done with all the pH testing and all that stuff, they can verify that it still matches up.
Yeah.
And that's always the biggest crapper when doing the paints is, I get all the sciencing done and then I'm like, oh, I have to mail this out. And a lot of those colors, because I was going so fast, I was like, I just spaced and didn't even make dry samples. So I had to go back and remix and make dry samples.
I was wondering, I was like, did you make dry samples today? Because the door was open and and the light was on. I was like, oh.
Well, I mixed the final 2 colors.
Right.
We only got the final 2 colors on Monday. And so all week I've been struggling to find time to
get it done,
to match those up.
Yeah.
And I finally got very, very close. Well, I got very close on Monday when they showed up, but I didn't get close enough. And then I didn't get a lot of time
to do
during the week to do them like I needed to. So
yeah. I need to.
How's everybody going? How's this this Friday treating everybody?
It's been pretty nice, all things considered.
I was talking to the friendly people in internet land.
That hurts my feelings a little bit.
I was talking to my friends on the internet.
Good to know.
For crying out loud, Baby J, it's not all about you. He comes back and he's alive, and all of a sudden he's like, usurping.
What, being nice? Saying hello? Checking in on Jason to make sure things are doing good?
Had to order all red refills yesterday. Anything brighter than Pyrol in the works. We have an orange red coming out. Not necessarily brighter, but warmer.
Mm-hmm.
We have... I'm trying to think what else. Eventually we will have a eclectic salmon, as we joke about around here.
Love it. I love eclectic salmon. Which
is a nice highlight for red, but when you're talking about a brighter red, you're not going to get brighter than Pyrol. So it's the brightest of the reds, without, like I said, making it orangish, But yeah, we have more of the red family coming.
So I have an interesting project that might become a thing at some point in the relatively nearish future. I may or may not have been convinced to do a Horse Heresy Dark Angels army. Or not Dark Angels, Blood Angels.
What?
I know.
Not even done with your other one.
I like jumping around on projects. Just so, I'm not spending a gajillion hours working on the same thing in front of you guys. But also, I've felt like I haven't had a lot of direction on things that I wanted to paint for the last couple of weeks. Going into the holidays. So I was kind of like, I've been thinking a lot about projects that I want to do. Things that I can, show and demo and do cool stuff with. One of which is I'm doing Tomb Kings, which will be fun. That is a very old school army from my early days, because I used to play a lot of fantasy. And I always wanted to play Tomb Kings, but I never had enough money to buy all the stuff.
Didn't they blow up the old world when you were like 12?
No. I played, in fact, I played the edition that they like modeled Old World off of. That was like the prime edition that I played a lot of. I played Dark Elves, I played what else did I play? Skaven.
Any of you people out there buying this?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm not lying, I promise. Remember, I don't have a liar tag, so I can't lie.
No, that's not how that works.
That's exactly how that works. I promise you, I cannot lie. It's in the rulebook.
It's in the rulebook?
Yeah. There's
a rulebook?
Uh-huh.
For what?
I don't know. It was on my desk. I read it this morning.
Oh, Jesus.
And it said you can't lie.
That's not that book.
That's
not what that book's for. They told him not to give that to Jordan.
Oh. Oh, no. Was I not supposed to receive that book? That one I definitely was supposed to receive.
I'm going to need you to forget that you saw that book, Jordan.
What? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to need you.
No, we're having too much fun. So yeah, I got that project. Do a little bit of Blood Angel stuff, might be And then obviously the Sons of Horus stuff I want to do. I got one of the new characters while I was at LVO, so I want to paint that guy up. It'll be fun. There's one of the new Mineworks models that I want to spend a lot of time on. Since we got some of the robot ones. I really love those.
Oh, you didn't get the memo.
Oh no.
No.
What?
The memo is that Jordan doesn't get to buy robot ones.
Oh.
He's like, oh.
Oh. Well now I'm very sad.
Well, now I'm sad.
Now I'm very sad.
We gotta keep him sad, chat. Sad Jordan Day.
Come on, I've been sick for the past, week.
Hence the reason it's Sad Jordan Day.
Oh.
You're back. We gotta keep you sad.
But I've been sad.
Your body can't handle...
I came home to have some happiness with my friends and my family.
You can't jump from sad, sick to super happy. Your body can't take it.
Oh. Okay. I'll be sad then. You'll just get sad Jordan this stream. Enjoy that, everybody. I am sad.
I am sad.
Should I go crawl up in the comfy chairs and just be sad Jordan all stream?
I am sad.
Yeah, Jordan, you'll put your back out being that perky.
You see? You get yourself in trouble.
I'm just trying to be happy, folks. That's what we should all want in life. Nothing but a bit of happiness.
Nobody needs that kind of negativity in their life, Jordan.
My soul is burning in agony. Better?
Close, yeah.
Close. All right.
I like soul burning agony.
Yeah, no. Don't worry. Next Monday I'll show up and I'll be wearing nothing but black with a ton of dark eyeliner on, a moody haircut.
Dude, chat, I would pay to see this. Chat, can we get a GoFundMe for Emo Jordan? Who else would pay for Emo Jordan? I know Schlebby would.
Oh my god. Yeah, Schlebby would laugh so hard. Arctic, I'll pay.
Yeah.
T. Schmidt.
I would. Yeah, don't tell Mrs. Delay, but I will also pay.
Maybe it's a good idea for Halloween.
We stopped telling Mrs. Delay of all your transgressions long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't want to cross that bridge.
It was racking up too big a phone bill for us.
I vote we all come into work looking emo. Shelby.
Have emo day?
Yeah, literally everybody. There's definitely some people who I would laugh so hard if they came in. Like Shelby. I'm just trying to imagine Gabe.
Well, that would be good. Now you got me thinking.
Shannon?
Can we even handle emo Fisher family?
Oh my god. Have them all come in.
Like the brooding Fisher family?
Oh my goodness.
All
right, Shelby. You cannot. We got to convince your mom to do this. That's step one.
This is the old, what's the difference between your lawn and an emo kid? Your lawn doesn't cut itself.
Ooh, yeesh. That's a rough one. I mean, to be fair, it's as dark as the theme. So
I'm just on theme.
All right. So, gotta think about how I want to build up some red.
You can imagine emo Gabe. I just find Gabe too
totally
buoyant. He's just too bouncy. Gabe's always happy.
Can you imagine emo me?
That one is more of a I can't. Like from the attitude side, no. The same reason I can't with Gabe.
Yeah.
Right? You guys are too buoyant and happy all the time,
Yes.
which is great. But the look part of it, I can vision you more in it.
So, you want to hear a funny story about this?
Oh my god.
There are photos that exist.
Oh my god. Of
From
emo Jordan?
Yeah, back in middle school.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't go like
he's been holding out on us.
I didn't go that deep into the bit, but yeah, I tried to be edgy once upon a time. And then I got into high school and I was like, what am I doing?
Maybe this isn't really me.
It most certainly was not. But once upon a time.
That's
in
funny.
fact, there's a MySpace.
That's hilarious.
I would laugh at it if it still existed. So funny. I don't know if I think they might have all been burned, to be honest. This is back in the day when my mom literally paid me $150 to get my hair cut. She was like, "Get your hair cut."
I remember you telling us that one.
yeah, because she was never allowed to cut my hair.
I'm sick of talking about this. She's like, I just need you to go get that haircut.
Yeah, well, and she would never do it, so she could never do it without my permission because she like cut part of my ear off as a child. So she's never allowed to touch my head with a pair of scissors ever. So she's like, well, I guess I just have to pay him. So she paid me a ridiculous amount of money.
That's kind of hilarious.
Oh, it was so good. Man, my parents offered to pay for the haircut. I got ripped off. Yeah, it was fun. She was like $100 and I was like, no. And I was like, nope, not doing it.
Holding out for a better deal.
And she was like, $125. And I was like, nah. She was like, fine, $150.
Final offer.
Final offer. And she's like, if you don't take it right now, you're not getting anything. And I was like, fine. T. Schmidt, I'm pretty sure that I did. Like, I don't even think I'm lying. I'm pretty sure that I did.
What's that?
T. Schmidt said, tell me that you spent your haircut money on Warhammer. I actually think that I did. Because it was in the right time frame where I was playing a ton of Warhammer still. And going to that particular store.
As Emo Jordan?
Are
there pictures of Emo Jordan playing Warhammer? This is what I gotta know.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. That could have been so good.
No. God. You could probably spend it on a Dark Eldar or Harlequins. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Chaos Space Marines, so yeah. Because when was 3rd edition? Like 3rd, 4th edition?
2005?
Yeah, that's pretty
40K?
pretty close to the timeline.
2004, 2005.
Because I graduated in 11, so that would have been 3 years prior to that would have been 08. 3 years prior to that would have been 05.
I'll just throw back my
So that would have been middle
salute my
school,
breeches
or
with delight.
elementary school still. So it might, because I was trying to do Tau. Obviously, I was a child, so I had no money, so I couldn't afford a full army of anything. So I was trying to play Tau back in middle school. And I think, or yeah, middle school.
Dickie B, thank you for the Twitch Prime.
No, that would have been high school. Because I don't think I met that friend until high school.
Hey, Billy's like, are there emo miniature painters? I mean, are you
Yes.
kidding me?
Yep, uh-huh. Yes, sir.
You wish you were into Warhammer back then, but you were injecting World of Warcraft into your brain? Why not both?
I got started before my World of Warcraft stint.
Why not both? I World of Warcraft became a thing when I worked at GW. So the whole office got sucked into World of Warcraft.
Yup. Let's see here. I didn't start playing World of Warcraft until literally weeks before Frozen Throne came out.
Oh, wow.
Or not,
no,
right?
It was Wrath of the Lich King.
Wrath of the Lich King, sorry. I get those two mixed up in my brain a lot because I have strong memories of going to a GameStop to buy Frozen Throne. Mm-hmm. So I remember the box, and the boxes are very similar. But I did get started when Wrath of the Lich King came out. That was me and Hayden had just finished creating our level 60 characters maybe a week prior to Wrath of the Lich King coming out. And then Wrath of the Lich King was our high school, pretty much. The high school experience. Because it was active for at least 3 or 4 years. So
your lunch money in school went towards Magic the Gathering, Nick Pie?
Yeah, I don't know how I had both time and money to do both that and Magic, because I also played Magic at the time.
Good God, man.
Yeah. To be fair, we played Legacy, so we played really janky decks that didn't have a ton of expensive cards in them.
My entire life of Magic the Gathering, pretty much up until maybe, what would it have been? 99-ish, 2000, something like that. Everything prior to that, the only Magic cards I had were hand-me-downs.
Yeah, that was kind of where I was at for a long time.
I would just get boxes of stuff that people were like, yeah, I don't need this stuff. And that continued even past that time frame, but that was pretty much my whole collection was given to me from people that, were like, oh, you're into this? Here, I have some.
Yeah. We played a lot. I mean, I got into Magic when my Boy Scout troop at the time, because I was in the Boy Scouts all through this time. And we would play Magic at all of our camping outings. Mm-hmm. So we would go out, we'd go hiking or do whatever, and then we'd come back to the tents and we would just play Magic in the tents. Which is honestly kind of a great thing to have for a group of kids who are well, Boy Scout thing didn't really actually it would have been there in that time, because I was in Boy Scouts back in San Rafael before I moved to Seattle. So yeah, which is weird because that means Boy Scouts starts in elementary school.
Cub Scouts elementary.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is, oh no, because we left when I was in 5th grade, or maybe it was 6th grade.
In elementary, you've been Cub Scouts.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
it's not until junior high school that you can be Boy Scouts, because I think the age kicks in at in your teens.
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought we moved when I was in 5th grade. I was in the middle of 5th grade, which might have been because I was in a K through 8. So I don't know if they just did weird stuff when I was in that K through 8 at that troop in particular. I don't know. It was weird. But nonetheless, I moved to a troop up here, and we all played Magic. So that's how I got into it. And then there was a tournament that was within walking distance of Hayden's place, where I would spend a ridiculous amount of time. So we'd always just go down on Friday nights. We'd walk down from his house down the hill to the Third Price Books and go play a whole bunch of Magic on the evening, and then
There was a place called Third Price
Or
Books.
no, it was Half Price Books.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I always forget the name of that stupid store.
Yeah, it's half price. Third price.
Third
It's like
price.
wish.com
Yeah.
bookstore.
Yeah. No, it's the other one.
Third Price Books.
Third Price Books. Yeah, so we would always do that. We'd go back and then we'd play a bunch of Magic, and then we would hang out for that evening, and then I would, that'd be the start of our weekend. So, and then from there we started getting deeper into playing more competitive Magic and things like that, because we were a bunch of nerds. So,
Nerds!
we were. That was us. We were the nerds. I played lots of Magic. Yeah, game delay. I would have enjoyed scouting so much more if any of the other scouts had cared about things like Magic. Yeah, we had a weird. Our troop was very weird. It was like one of the most dedicated and like successful troops in the country as far as like Eagle Scout conversions are concerned. Because usually that's like the big thing that you can use to like rank troops throughout the country is like how many of the kids actually successfully attained their Eagle Scout. And they had like a 70% like conversion rate on kids actually getting it done, which is insane. Because all of like my age group, pretty much every single person in my age group got their Eagle Scout, including me. It was totally worth it because it got me my first job. I'm not even joking. That whole thing where they're like, do it because it'll look good on a resume. Well, it did, and it got me a job.
That's great.
Yeah. Like very shortly afterwards. It was literally my first job at Best Buy. The general manager, after my interview, he was like, I'm gonna be honest, you didn't interview great. I was like, well, it's my first interview, so I guess that makes sense. He's like, but I like you, and you're a Boy Scout or an Eagle Scout, so that shows, dedication. So I'll give you a shot. And then he proceeded to pay me like minimum wage. And yeah, that's how it all began. Very, very interesting tale. I have to admit though, Boy Scouts are very weird.
A group of your bullies? What are you talking about, Wad? Buddies? Is that what you meant to say?
Bullies, probably. It sounds like the group of bullies were in Boy Scouts at your school.
But he says my bullies. Did you run a bully organization?
Yeah, were you running a hit squad in high school, middle school?
Like, what am I missing here?
Sounds like you did not enjoy your experience at that time. It was fun though. I remember doing a lot of archery. That was like my thing. Is I would just go to all these camps and I would just like take archery every time I went.
Yeah.
I love archery.
Do you still do it at all?
I would really like to. I've never really had a good opportunity to like.
There's a bunch of archery places around here.
Yeah, I saw that when I was moving here because it came up in conversation when I was moving, and yeah, maybe I'll go and see if it's something that I want to continue pursuing. I was pretty good at it, and I really did love it.
Rekindle.
So. Yeah.
Your love for let loose.
I always really liked those kind of sports where it's like, skill and it's like a solo thing. There's like the level of like practice and focus, kind of tuning it. Yeah, there's something really cool about it. It was third grade. We lived in a hick town. My mom hoped putting me in scouts would help me make friends. It did not.
That's on you, buddy.
You just didn't beat them up hard enough.
Yeah.
You gotta show them who's boss.
Yeah.
Be like, my name is Wad Tomaton.
Yeah.
And I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm powerful.
Yeah.
And you should fear me.
Yeah. It's on you, buddy. It's in a town called Big Rock. I'll give you one guess why. Did they have a big rock?
A big rock. None of those things were true. Starting the soul-ripping flesh on this model. Ugh, that's descriptive.
Sounds bad.
Yeah. Dark plum and the fluoro green.
Maybe try different models that don't steal your soul. Is this supposed to be fun, guys? Fun, I tell you. It's ripping your soul out. Let's rethink this. They call it Big Rock because of the big gazebo. Did the gazebo have a big rock in it? I went to the place that has the world's largest ball of twine.
Was it as exciting as you thought it would have been?
It was also in a gazebo.
Was it really?
But I don't think the town was called Twine.
Okay.
Or Ball of Twine. I don't remember what it was called. It's right dab space. It's like literally the center of the United States. Of the lower 50 or the lower 48. It's like right smack in the middle. It's in Kansas. The rock was next to the gazebo. So you just hang out in the shady gazebo and stare at the rock. That's nice. Nice for visitors.
We got Star Laser here. Just noticed you got sable brushes back in stock. Went ahead and grabbed one finally. Missed out.
They've been in stock for a long time. Yeah. But they are here. Yeah.
We've been doing a good job making sure that our brushes don't run out, which is awesome.
Jade is like, that's where my grandmother lived. In Big Rock. Big Rock, Minnesota. Big Rock, Illinois. Graham, what are you talking about? Nope, it's in Minnesota. Yeah, but yeah, Schlebby says all the brushes are left-handed, so be careful. Paint Liquor, what's going on?
Schlebby would say that.
She lies.
She does lie. She's a lying liar that lies.
She lies.
She's been here for a year. She's an official liar now.
The biggest ball of twine made by a single person. Because there needs to be a difference there, right? It's like, I remember there being something like, this is the largest ball of sisal twine, I think in Kansas. I think it's sisal. They had to put a thing in there because there's a bigger ball of yarn someplace, right? That may be the Minnesota one. But this was like sisal twine. They made a reference, like a specific reference to it. And I was always like, that seems silly. Like, we have towns competing for the largest ball of twine?
Apparently.
That seems odd. Like, don't you have better things to do?
No.
Oh.
In those cities? Probably not.
This is true.
If your city is known for being the one that has the biggest of the thing, that is what the city is known for.
I always love that stuff. We were on a motorcycle ride to that place. They also have like a big racetrack and, you know, like a hot rod, like quarter-mile track and all that kind of stuff. And so we were there on a motorcycle camp out in the. I just remember the city being a blast. All the local yokels and everybody, and very proud about the ball of twine. We went and checked out the ball of twine. I got in trouble because I dropped trow and acted like I was peeing on it and got everybody to take my photo.
That's funny.
I still have that picture. Showed it on stream.
That's amazing. Times. You been playing any Noida lately?
Oh my god. Have I ever.
Oh, nice. That was a shot in the dark, but I'm glad I was right.
I am on a god run. I'm not playing every day because number one, I don't want to get burnt out. Number two, I don't want to die.
Yep.
And so on nights where I'm like last night when we got home, Jen and I had an event after work, and so after we got home, I was like too tired. I was like, no, I'm not gonna play tonight because I'll die. But yeah, I've got a amazing god run going. My longest run ever. I've been playing for over a week on the same run.
Oh wow.
Trying to figure out all the things I can do, like all the achievements I can get and stuff.
That's so cool.
And so I'm doing that, and so far so good. I'm not like completely unkillable. I could still get polymorphed and dead.
Yeah.
At any time, but it's going pretty well. The problem with Noita is that like I don't know all of the things you have to do because it doesn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I spend as much time watching YouTube videos about where are there like secret hidden bosses? Because I'm not going to spend the kind of time to go find them.
No. Gosh, and God forbid you die while you're trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah. But I've gone to like a bunch of parallel worlds.
That's so cool.
Just the other night I killed the final boss because I needed to do it with a particular amount of orbs. This is gonna make sense to anybody if you don't play Noida, but I'm gonna go to Next Game Plus or New Game Plus after I get done. And in order to get to New Game Plus, you gotta have between like 5 and 7 orb boss kill. And I had 6.
Ooh,
so I had already collected 6 orbs, and you can continue to collect more orbs after you kill the boss. It all depends on how many you had when you killed the boss. And so I wanted to make sure I could get to New Game Plus, and the wikis that I was reading didn't make it clear, like if you got 11 orbs and killed the boss, do you go to New Game Plus, or does that jump you to New Game Plus Plus and you miss the in-between?
Oh, interesting.
So I want to go through them all.
Okay.
And because each time you go from New Game Plus to New Game Plus Plus and Plus 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 and up to like plus 28.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You have to get more orbs, and it goes up by, 1 or 2 orbs each time.
Ugh.
Until you can get, I think you can have a 36 orb run. But some of those orbs are only found in like chests, and so the chances are very slim that even happens. So, I don't plan on doing that. Plus, it gets astoundingly hard. Like I think I was telling chat, like at 34 orbs, the boss has over like 100 billion health.
Oh my god.
Something stupid like that.
That's crazy.
And has every immunity to every type of damage at very high levels. There's still ways to kill him quickly and easily, but you got to really find the right spells, build the right wand, all that kind of crap. And you can die super quick. I don't know what I'd do if I was on like a 34 orb run, had that much time in the game, and then just got one shot. But I've watched people's videos on like YouTube where that's exactly what happened. They were like super deep into a run like mine and then just stopped paying attention, got polymorphed into a sheep and insta-dead.
That's so unfortunate.
Because sheep have 1 health. So if you get polymorphed, it doesn't matter how tough you are in your Noita form, you're dead.
Sorry, Avian. And yes, I have a cough drop.
What are you sorry for?
Huh? Oh, Avian was just asking. Probably because I was clearing my throat.
But yeah, it's been a blast.
That's awesome.
I've got a couple of god wands. I'm at the point where I've got to figure out what wand I'm going to ditch, because I need to build a transport wand, like a teleport wand, so that I can travel from parallel worlds quicker in New Game Plus. I've been doing it just walking around, and that's a pain in the butt. If you're not familiar with the game Noita, it is the best, one of the best, if not the best, single-player game ever made. Fight me.
It's your game. It is your game. It's the thing.
It's a superb single-player game. It's just so crazy. It definitely takes a certain mindset to want to play it, though.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
It's the same kind of masochism that like Demon Souls was. You know, the Dark Souls games originally before all of the info was out, so that you could, you know, get the wiki info to beat everything and the cheese and all that. It's definitely a rough one. And for being like a, you know, 16-bit pixelated nightmare, it's such a brutal game.
It is funny, like the graphics in that game are just wildly funny.
They're amazing when you stare at them for a bit, because, you know, every pixel is physics-based. Every single one. And I don't know of any games that do that. Where you've got everything can burn, get melted away, you know, explode.
FireArk, this game is called Noita, just like Ghost Hunter spelled it.
Yep. Made by a Finnish company that used to be like 3 guys. I think obviously they're, with the success of their game, they're bigger now. But
Face Masher. Anyone have a good sense of how to shade highlight jade for cloth? Makes Payne's gray for shadows and pale yellow for highlights. Yeah, I mean, that could definitely work. I really like using like warm flesh for highlights with jade.
Well, remember, we have bright jade.
We also have bright jade.
So bright jade, and then bright jade into mixing in, like warm flesh or one of the yellows into it. Pale yellow works great.
Yeah, I'm very partial to using the brighter flesh tones for mixing into like teals and turquoises and things like that, because it pulls it a little bit more to that green, and even more to that kind of like yellowy green. It's really nice and it works wonders.
And Wadtomaton, no, you haven't.
And Gosu, yes, this is a test scheme for a test underpainting for Blood Angels.
T-Schmidt, there is no save. Oh, there's a save. You can save your progress. You cannot start another game and have multiple iterations going. There's no save game slot. Does that make sense? Or there's only one save game slot. So you can save and quit for the night and then continue your game when you come back in. It's not that brutal. You know, you don't have to like leave your computer on and find a hidey hole.
Can you imagine? That would be nuts.
Power goes out.
You're dead.
Suck a bullet. No, it's not like that. You can save the game. So like every night I hit save and quit, and then in the next day I come in and I hit continue, and it picks right up where you left off. And you can do that at any time. So there's nothing like that. But you don't have like multiple saves. You can't be like. It makes it tough. There's an app that you can get for it, or what do you call it? An extension, or what's it called? Why am I losing the word?
Add-on or
add-on. Yeah, you can get an add-on through the Steam store for it that allows you to have multiple save slots, so that you can have, but all the runs adhere to the same thing. There's no way to go back to a previous save once you die. So from that standpoint, there's no save. If you die, it's hardcore. It's gone. Your save is wiped as soon as you die. Like, you don't even have time to like cut the power off and start it back up and get your save back. So it doesn't work. I know that you can go in and grab the save file, copy it out of the file, play your game, die, and then copy the file back in, and I think that works, but it may not.
Mod is the correct term we were
Mod, yeah. It may not, because I think it remembers the seed you were on and the stats that you had for that game, and then when you die, it logs your deaths. And so if there's ever a save file in there that matches one of those logs, I don't think it'll even continue that game. The devs are pretty brutal. They're not trying to make this a thing, but there are mods that allow you to have multiple games running at the same time. So if you wanted to do, because there's a ton of achievements in this game, like, I don't know, I want to say hundreds of different achievement style runs, and you can just make up your own. You can say, I only do the whole thing with the starter wands and have just a starter wand run. You can do a no gold run where you don't collect any gold, or if you collect gold, you don't spend gold. There's insane people that do no damage runs. I've seen people
crazy to me.
I've seen people do no damage runs in Noita, and I've watched them, and I've just shaken my head the whole time. I'm like, I don't even understand this. How you can go through that whole game and not take a tick of damage is insane.
They have something like that in Path of Exile, and it's the item that you get for doing it is the most expensive item in the game without exception.
Oh, I would assume, yeah. I mean, it's just like, it almost seems impossible to me.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how you would do that. And I play Noita a crap ton, and I'm like, no. But I've watched people do it, so I know it can be done, but they have a lot more free time on their hands than I do. I can't just restart the game and try to do the same thing over and over and over again like they do. Like they're just like, I took a point of damage, start over. And I'm like, nope. I would shut the machine down and go away for a week. But there's a tremendous amount of mods and things that change the game and allow you to make it easier as you learn it and that kind of stuff. I don't do any modded stuff. I have it's called Seed Changer. It will allow you, once you have, like, if you're playing on a seed and you want to do a challenge, like you say like every now and then I'll just hit start game, and you'll play through, and that seed has the layout, and it has like particular wands that are really good early on, or particular perks you can gain early on. And so I'll be like, okay, this is a really good seed. And if I die by getting blown up irreverently just by some stupid mistake, I have a deal that I can enter that seed into and go back and play that seed again.
Yeah.
But that's the only mod that I use. So
answer some questions here really quick. Hi, Slayer Street. I'm back. Thank you for saying hello. Gosu, you said you use a similar workup to the underpainting for yours, Baby J. I prime with German red brown, do a wide zenithal of orange flesh and then olive flesh, and then some ink and stuff on top. Yeah, that's pretty similar to what I've done here. To answer Bakamaru's question, which is what I've done on the workup for this. So I started with dark purple, sprayed from the underside. I added a bit of bold power red to it. To make like a slightly brighter, like kind of not quite burgundy color. It was more of like a red than a burgundy. And then sprayed that from the top. And then I used dark worm flesh and then bright ivory for the next two stages. And then I'm going to go over it here with a mixture of transparent red and a touch of transparent yellow to make it a little bit more of that kind of fire engine-y red instead of the more magenta color that our transparent red tends to thin down to. I need to go grab some glaze and wash medium because it's still in my bag, so I have to go grab that really quick. Also, hello, Source.
What's going on, Source? Can someone explain to you why matte finish is better? You tend to lean towards preferring satin, at least for some materials.
I'll be right back.
The more you can reduce the impact of the lighting in the room on your model, other than just for light to see the model and the color in, the better you are with judging your highlights and midtones, right? So what satin paints do for you is make your blends look better than they truly are, which is why a lot of people have problems with photography sometimes, because as you're painting, the more gloss a paint has, the more it's going to be hard to tell where one color ends and another begins, especially in the brighter tones as you move through your midtones and highlights. So it is not bad. Like, we make some satin paints, and those paints are really, really good for putting that last bit of color into an area where you want that light to shine, like when you're doing non-metallic metal, like I'm doing on the gold. Using the heavy warm white is a great way to do the end on gold like I'm doing, because it has a gloss to it, right? And so it will give a little ping from the light in the room, not just from the brightness of the paint. So that's a good way to use satins. A lot of painters prefer matte because you get what you see. Exactly what you see is what's happening. But again, depending on where you are in your painting journey, paint with how you're comfortable, right? Just realize that sometimes your model, when you photograph it, will look a lot different than it seems like to the human eye if you're using satin paints. Because the camera will remove a little bit of that contrast that's created from the satin sometimes, and it'll show you your brush strokes and things like that. So just be aware of that. Big Bob, what? Here we go again with this thing.
Zilla.
With that attitude, Bob. If you weren't a diamond liar.
Bakamaru, yes, it was transparent yellow, transparent red. 4-1. He's the mixture.
Source, yeah, definitely. Satin paints will have more of a sheen, and so you don't have to do all the work because the light in the room will provide some of that for you. Just realize that you're relying on the light in the room. So if you go into a room with fluorescent light versus a room with incandescent, or yellow tone light versus natural sunlight light, blue light, white light, right? Your model's going to look different in all of those if you allow the room light to have that big of an effect, which is why as you get to painting more and focusing more on figuring out, how I can make my stuff look like this or that or the other, then matte finishes tend to be what you'll migrate towards, and then you'll use satin and gloss for specific techniques, right? To reduce the impact of the light in the room. Especially if you're painting for like competition, because if you're painting with satin paints and the light in the room is reflecting and giving you certain things, and you're like holding it in your, like I'm holding this model here and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I'm really happy with this. And then you go set it under the light at a convention where they're judging your model, it looks totally different.
Yep.
And you're like bummed out.
It's funny.
That's not, man, it looks so much better when I'm painting it, and it's true because your light is different and the light is having more of an effect than you want it to. So I just love as an artist when painting stuff, period, whether you're painting canvases or whatever, remove the light in the area as having any notable effect on the object you're painting, Because I used to paint with like a really warm incandescent lamp because it's all I had, like those lamps with the screw-in bulbs. And I would paint canvases and I would be like, oh yeah, this is perfect. And then the next day you paint late in the night, and the next day you'd be done and you take it outside, you take it to wherever you're going, and you realize all your colors are more muted than you wanted them to be, or they weren't as warm, they were cooler colors, it didn't look right. And you're like, why isn't this as punchy as it was last night? I remember it being better. And then the light was adding more yellow to my painting visually than what actually existed. And so I was making bad color choices, I was doing things I didn't want to do in that realm. So fight that frustration for a while, and then you get to where you're like, how can I do this better?
Yeah, I had a really interesting conversation with a friend of mine who's a fantastic painter, and he has been working on a big conquest army, and we've kind of been going back and forth on it, and he's doing this kind of like orange red and like a yellow green quartered like old school
for like 100 Kingdoms or something.
Yeah, for medieval humans, right?
Okay, yep.
Which is really great combination of colors. And so when we were talking about it, he was like, man, I really think that I went too red on this. Really starting to look really Christmassy to me. And I was like, well, have you taken it out and looked at it in more natural light? Something in the environment where you're going to be playing with it, or you're going to be using it, or it's going to be on display, more than just the studio lighting that you have right in front of you. And he's like, no, I haven't. So I had him do it, and he took it outside, and he was like, oh, it's perfect. And I was like, yeah. What happens a lot is you get so used to looking everything under the studio lighting that that's the only environment of light that you think of when you're painting something. And very rarely will this model ever be viewed under this exact lighting situation in normal situations. So for him, he was, painting a gaming army. So it was one of those situations where it's like the studio lighting is not the lighting that you're painting this army for. No. So make sure that it looks good in the actual environment that you're going to see it in. And he took it outside and he took a look and he was like, oh, okay, I feel so much better about this now. So it's funny that you mentioned that particular kind of conversation, because I literally had it with him like yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah, because every painter will fall victim to that at some point in their learning curve, because we don't come supplied with those tools to understand. Yeah. We're just painting and we're choosing colors, and you're choosing colors based on how the light is interacting with the model as it sits in your hand, not necessarily making the right choices. You know, you want to be able to eliminate that light as much as possible for those.
Big Bob, I told Baby J I would cancel my sub if he didn't paint a pink marine. I lied. Well, this is like close-ish. Not really. We can call this pink if you really want to call it pink. But yeah, you can see how that underpainting does a wonderful job of making this really, really beautiful red with that transparent glaze through the airbrush. That's super easy too. It gets easier and easier the more comfortable you are with an airbrush. And all the colors underneath really love pairing nicely with that red. You get that really, really beautiful shade color as well. I just want to make sure that it's got good solid coverage over all of the areas so it's all consistent. Add a little bit more of this because I ran out. Oop. And the great thing too is if I wanted to paint a whole army of these, I could get some of our empty bottles and I could just make this mix and just use it for the whole army.
Didn't you say you are making a whole army?
No, I mean I was just saying that in a general sort of sense, but yes, I am going to be doing this. What are some of your favorite things about building up the red on your Blood Angels?
That they don't have to mix anything.
I forget what the workup was on yours.
Payne's Gray, Dark Plum, Pyro Red.
Yep.
And then the Red Orange.
Yep.
And then the Eclectic Salmon. So that's all. I think a little bit of pale pink for final highlights.
Yeah. Yes, Avian. This is going to be a Blood Angel. But I want my own unique visual distinct look. Yeah, I definitely won't go quite as bright gleaming highlights as yours. Definitely wanted a little bit more of a rugged, beat up sort of feel. So I'm going to start with a slightly darker finish to the red, and then we'll go from there. Oh, wait. Does anybody have any fun plans for this weekend? Anybody working on any projects, painting projects?
Not I.
You just gonna be here, or
I don't know if I'm coming to the office this weekend or not.
Hmm.
I'm hoping not.
Yeah,
I don't remember if I'm supposed to or not. I don't remember.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't remember my name or what day it is most days these days. So
You've had a lot of stuff going on today. You've been a
it's not
busy
just
beaver
been
today.
my friend.
What'd you say?
It's not just today.
Ugh, sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. What I do?
Yeah, no, you do it well. So at least there's that. What you do well.
Well, that's lucky for all of us.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose so.
We all
I probably
benefit.
wouldn't be as happy if you weren't
We
as
all
good as
benefit if I do it well. So
yeah. Do either you, Baby J, or Slow Fuse have suggestions on the brush type for doing pointillism style stippling? I don't even know what that is.
well, it just depends. I mean, that's what stippling is. Pointillism is just a name for artwork that is strictly done with stippling.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So you can, depending on how big you're doing your dots, you can get things that are more like clay pushers, right? You can get
tip
this
brushes.
is called a clay pusher. It's just a silicone nib on a brush, so it still has the same shape as a bristle brush, but doesn't have any individual bristles.
It won't deform.
Right, and they make these in tons of different sizes, small, tinier, pointed ones than this one. I think this is a number 2. I don't remember. Oh, this is a 0. Right. So they make these types of things in all sorts of sizes, big and whatever. And so, of course, as you go up, the dome at the top gets a little bit bigger. So you can dip this in paint and go ... and then dip it in paint and go ... So you can do that. It takes forever, but you can do that. But I mean, just a normal round brush is what you typically would use. But I know a lot of people that will make a brush by cutting it down. We probably have one here.
Like a cut down brush?
Yeah, we've got this one that we made for, oh no, that one's for this one. So I made this one. This is a cut down bristle brush. We did this one to do the P dot camo on our Germans for bolt action. So it used to be I don't know what this was. This was a number 2, an old artillery number 2, right? And we just cut it down. So this brush was like yay long and a normal shape, and we just trimmed it down and flat topped it. So it will give you dots now. And we did this for the P dot camo on the tanks. So you could put it in, yellow ochre and go ... But again, you're only going to get like a few of them before you start running out of paint. But you can do that, and you can make your own batch of brushes from old brushes you have laying around that aren't good for anything anymore. Because you'll notice that with a pointed round brush like we paint normally with, as you're making your dots, they'll become more like teardrops or ovals because the brush will indent a little bit. It's not going to give you a perfect circle every time. So it just depends on what you're doing. Pin nibs. Tons of ways to do that stuff.
Trying out a gold recipe here.
Richard Reed says, if you don't clean a brush and it becomes stiff, is it now considered a comb? No. Just loosen it all up and clean it. Depending on what paint's in it, right? You could be in a world of hurt if it's, certain types of paint, but by and large, you can still go through and loosen paint up pretty easily.
Starting with some mahogany here.
We've in showing off Jen's brush goop, we've revitalized brushes that you would never would have picked up to decide they would have been used for anything other than throwing away.
Yep.
Or basing material and stuff, and we've painted models with them after the fact. So you just gotta kind of take the time to breathe life back into it. Not gonna happen instantly. Clean it 4 or 5 times.
nice thing is
brushes are pretty resilient, even natural hair brushes that you might think would, be problematic. They'll bounce back. Sometimes it's just, like I said, clean it 5 million times.
Brushes, like you said, brushes are really resilient. Much more so than you would expect. Face Smasher is asking any sense of when Noosh will be back in stock?
Couple weeks.
Okay.
We're working real hard right now to replenish stock from the base range going out during the holidays. We've got a lot going on in production with just running through the main color range. But yeah, we'll be back with more Noosh and fluorescence soon. Oh, show.
Richard reads, how are the Monument folks this week? Well, we kind of run.
Dying
yeah, we run the gamut. I am less dead than I was 3 days ago. I've blood flowing through me again. I'm living. My heart's pumping. Phil's still dead, but we'll probably see him back alive next week.
I love how Ghost Hunter says, "I'll sell you some Noosh, $20 a milliliter."
Oh God,
that's a hell of a deal, dude. For both, for the seller.
Yeah,
I don't know how great a deal that is because you use a lot, so that would make models expensive. They're already pretty expensive. Avian said, "Yep, had that result. Been using Monument small round dry brush to do certain types of stippling, but wanted something more deliberate." Yeah, just basically make your own brush at that point. If you've got old ones, is the easiest way. Who's dead inside and why is it Phil? Phil was just sick too.
Yeah. He and I unfortunately were roommates, so we both got a good dose of it.
Richard Reed says, "Oh no, don't die. But Jason, where can I send my resume?" support@monumenthobbies.com. Gotta keep Babe J honest.
Make sure that I get the resume.
Oh, wait. Maybe don't send it to him. Maybe send it to me directly. Hey, Jordan, somebody sent in a resume? Nope, never seen it. That guy must be a deadbeat. Forgot to send his resume in.
Yeah, I filtered that one out. I didn't think you needed to see it.
Because I went over it. It wasn't the kind of person we need.
Sounded like a
kind of like
person.
A knife. When it goes dull, you don't throw the knife away. You just resharpen it. Yeah. You can't really resharpen a brush, but you can clean it. You can clean it. Don't try to cut to get your tip back. That is not going to go the way you want it to go.
Baby J knows how to use the rotational file? I have no idea. But apparently I know how to use it.
What was that? These people just make words up sometimes.
Mm-hmm. The shredder?
Oh, the garbage can.
The recycling
bin. File 86, we call that.
Circular file. That
doesn't... not rotational. Circular file. Unless you have trash cans that rotates for some reason. I had spam musubi and a salmon sushi roll for lunch. Very good.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Guess what Kyle and I had for lunch?
What'd you have?
Sushi.
Oh, there you go. There is a really good place up on Indian school called Nora Asian Fresh.
Mm.
That is actually, it's actually pretty good.
Okay. I've seen it around here.
All that. It's like very, very good, quick Asian food. They have Chinese.
Oh, that's cool.
Japanese.
They got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it at. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's very good. We just discovered it a week or so ago. There's nobody there, so it probably won't be in business very long, but, whatever.
That or they do just enough to skate by.
One can hope they make it through. I do on him and 30 edging. Oh, I did. I painted the edge of the wings in the white as well. We're going to do the same thing here.
Oh, and his shoulder pad?
Yeah, I'm going to keep the shoulder pad kind of similar.
Yeah, I like it.
With the red and the white. But I may do it in gold. I hate that I sent Jen off right as stream was starting. I'm like,
hey, can you go do this?
This has to be done
like
right now.
Yeah.
No, that really sucks.
She's probably back any minute. She might even be back right now.
I'm very sorry.
Moose! Hello! Making up words. Oh yeah, numpty mug wug. I get it.
See?
Yes.
None of that makes any sense. Careful with these people.
These people are very odd. They're very, very odd folk.
Can't trust them. Making words up.
Certainly cannot trust them. Don't worry, chat. You can trust us, though.
Oh, by far.
We are the most trustworthy folk on this side of the universe.
Oh, by far.
Yes, but we are your people.
Me.
Which is why you can trust us.
Wait.
You can trust us because you are our people. That doesn't mean the trust goes both ways.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Excuse me? I need to have a say in this?
This falls under the header of they're just making stuff up now.
Oh, I'm definitely making stuff up. Have you met me? Weird stuff comes out of my mouth all the time.
This is true.
I'm the king of weird stuff, being said.
It doesn't stop when he gets off stream either.
That is true. That is very true.
It's like in the middle of a meeting. He'll be talking. We'll all be looking at each other. Does anybody understand what he's saying? Does this make sense to anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
It makes perfect sense to me. And I'm the only one. That's not true at all.
Oh, I think I did his chest all in gold. Well, not on this one.
He's at a paint job. He was in his PJs for a long time. They adjusted everything while he was taking a nap.
I think I have the book for him coming back in 40K, but I've never read it.
I feel like you mentioned. I thought I heard you mention you were like reading it a little bit.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think I have it.
Must have been mistaken.
And I've never really felt like it was time to like tune in to it for whatever reason.
I'm definitely gonna be reading some of the Dark Angel stuff. Or Dark Angel. Gosh darn it.
Blood You're gonna have a hard time with that whole thing.
The Blood Angel stuff. You didn't like the Blood Angel stuff? Oh, right. You were talking about that one book. You're like, this.
Oh, the Blood Angels books are horrible.
Really? That's a bummer.
Yeah, the Blood Angels books are really bad. There aren't really any in 30K until you get to the end.
Oh.
I mean, the Unremembered Empire, a little bit, but there's not a whole lot. They play a big part in the Siege of Terra.
Yeah.
Because, and I mean, they play a big part in the Unremembered Empire crap too, but I didn't like that storyline much, so.
Jeez.
It's the 40K books that are almost unreadable.
The 40K ones are bad?
Yeah, like Devastation of Baal and all that. But, you know, again, they're obviously not made for me because everybody loves them.
Oh, okay.
I just am like, nope, those are horrible.
So it's one of those, your mileage may vary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not for me.
But for you, maybe. Maybe for you. Also excited to build up a whole bunch of those skeletons.
The Varangard, that's chaos stuff, right?
The Varangard, Scourge of Fate.
The Varangard are like those knights. If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Is anybody staying after work today?
I would assume that Ruben is probably... Ruben always plans to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kick him out, like last week.
Oh, did you kick him out last week?
Yeah, I had last Friday. I had a I had a meeting I had to go to directly after work, and I was going to come back at around 7:30, but I kind of at the end decided I don't really want to have to come back here.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I was the enemy of fun. I canceled game night.
I don't know.
I'm trying to let people play tonight. We'll see how I feel.
You gotta have your time as well.
Yeah, it's just a shame because lately I have been spending so much time at the office.
I
So when
know.
Friday rolls around and I'm kind of done, I don't want to be here.
Yeah. I don't
and
think
everybody else does, and I'm like, yeah, well, no.
I don't think people would be upset. The other thing I'm gonna try and do is get an actual dining room table set up at my apartment so that if people want to play, they can come over to my place. Yeah. Enough room for it. I just gotta move everything around. It'll probably involve putting my desk against the window at the
Take it easy, Wad. Have a great board game night.
Well, bye, Wad. Bye. Bye. Oh, but yeah, no, I'm definitely over the course of the next month or two, I really want to like spruce up my apartment a bit.
Uh-oh. Are you nesting? Is it girlfriend time?
I mean that's something I'd like to try and sort out this year.
Nesting, chat.
But also my apartment is just needs to.
It's a hovel right now, right? It's just like a bachelor hovel.
Yeah, it just works. It works right now. Things are fine, but it's not like it's not a place where I would like be excited
bring
to.
People.
Yeah, you don't bring people, right?
It always feels good, even if you don't really have people over. You know, Jen and
just
I don't
having
have,
it be
yeah,
that
Jen
way.
and I don't have people over very often, if at all. But we have a want to make sure that it feels like you could.
Yes, exactly.
I think it just makes it feel more...
Feels more homey.
More homey, yeah.
Yeah.
It's inviting for you, too.
Correct.
When it feels that way.
Well, and I want to be able to, like, have people come from Seattle and, you know, spend a weekend, right? And
oh, yeah, definitely.
That would be nice to be able to, like, put them up in my apartment for the weekend. I'll just sleep on the couch or whatever. And, you know, or get a roll-out mattress or something. Should also work.
You just snuggle with them.
I mean, yeah, depending on the person.
Struggle snuggles. Just bear hug them. Be like, all right, it's bedtime. You're coming with me, kid. Space Marine is out of focus, and I feel like I'm looking through Baby J's eyes. It's just the airbrush. Ghost Hunter says, oh, geez, it is so out of focus.
It does look out of focus to me.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably just that it's all airbrush.
Down here, it's out of focus.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe you were painting down there.
But here. As long as I can be the little... That's what it was, yeah. Yeah, the focal distance, like, I have to have the model up a little bit to be able to get it all in focus.
It was sitting and Baby J was being tired. Ah, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
I know. I'm such a lazy bum.
Lazy bum.
Mm-hmm.
Me painting my finger. I'm using my finger as a bumper. I'm putting it here and pressing up.
Oh, yeah.
So that my finger stops paint from getting into this little trough of green here that I don't want to get paint on. So I'd rather paint my finger than not. So I'm using it kind of as a guide.
Game delay. No, it was just sitting and Baby J was being tired. To be clear, that is not what I said. If I thought Baby J was being a lazy bum, I would have said Baby J is being a lazy bum. By the way, Baby J, you're being a lazy bum.
See?
There you
go. Was the long way round, Game Delay.
Ooh, Game Delay just said that Baby J is being a lazy bum.
That was the long way round, Game Delay. You could have just come out and said it.
Yeah.
You don't got to beat around the bush here, buddy. Beat around, although delay is in his name, so maybe that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. And Jason said, eat the paint.
I would never tell any of you to eat the paint.
Like that's happened
I have never once said eat the paint.
You just did.
That's not how that works.
Also, I think you did say it a couple months ago.
Nope.
You might have said it ironically, but...
No, that was you.
That was me?
Yep.
You can't throw everybody under the bus, Jason.
I can and I will.
Okay, maybe you can. Somewhere Jen is saying, we don't need the paint.
The fact that Jen's not back yet does not bode well
No.
for her time on the road.
Yeah. Ugh. Oofda. What up, Jordan? Welcome back from LVO. Thank you. Yeah, I just got back last night, you know.
Hanging out in Vegas.
Yeah, I just figured I'd take an extra 4 days in Vegas. Never say slow fuse you can't. Challenge accepted will be what you hear. Also, the Dork Depot, I didn't actually stay in LVO. I've been sick for the last 4 days.
He gets sick every time he goes to a show.
That's not true.
It is.
No, it's not.
Tell me when it didn't happen.
So, okay, I went to Adepticon. Didn't get sick.
Got super sick. That was
At
your first time.
Adepticon?
Yep, you came back and you got super sick.
No. That was when I came back from going out with Jacob.
Oh, that's right. It was like right
Yes.
after Adepticon, though.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, it was like a week or so later.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Nova was allergies. That was allergies.
Baby J didn't travel well.
But then all the rest of the trips that I took for the rest of the year, including going to Boise and then going to Indianapolis and then going to Seattle and then coming here, I didn't get sick.
Oh, for your Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get sick over Thanksgiving. Didn't get sick over at New York Comic Con. I didn't get sick going to Christmas stuff. So I've been doing pretty good, I think. All things considered. I did the math the other day. I was like, have I really been getting sick at every show? And then I was like, oh, no, actually I haven't.
They beat you up pretty good.
They do. That show, it's
He
funny.
does need Emergency and Airborne. He and Phil didn't take theirs.
No, we did.
Uh-uh.
We did. 100% we did. Every morning. I took 3 of the emergency gummies.
That's not what Shelby says.
No. Okay, hold on. Let me clarify, because Shelby's a liar.
Oh, Shelby.
Oh, I'm a throw Shelby right under the bus here. Because what we didn't have...
Tim came in and said he ate tartar sauce. He had it spelled tartar yesterday. But he's like, Baby J, I ate tartar sauce on the right food yesterday. Like fish, or are you trying to play into Baby J's court and say you ate it on chicken?
So...
Shelby, he's right here, and if you bring something sharp, you can corner him.
So...
That door over there is closed, so you can't really get out easily.
Shelby and Jabe had the magic elixir that they didn't share with us.
Oh, he's calling you out, Shelby.
Yeah, they had the fancy...
It's about to get violent on stream, guys.
They had the fancy pink magic dust. And it worked for them. And then it didn't work for us because we didn't have any because they didn't share any.
Make a mascot suit out of the sense of humor model and have it done. What did she bring? What did you bring? Sharp object. Do you have something like big? Was she even there?
I don't know. I heard somebody walking down the...
He's ready. He's like about to spray her with his airbrush water.
Oh. Jen walked in. She's like, "What the heck are you doing?"
Okay, chat.
That's so good.
That was nearly the end of Baby J.
Oh, I
had you been poised to like
not.
squeeze the bottle as soon as you saw somebody? Oh my god, that would have been so good. He was waiting for Shelby and he was gonna squirt her.
Well, I mean, he was standing there like this with the bottle. So
Jen literally like walked in and looked and was like, "Huh? What the heck are you doing?"
Oh my god, can you imagine, chat?
I would never. And if I did on accident,
you would have all witnessed Jordan's last day, right?
yeah, I would be dead.
And not just here.
On Earth.
Well, it's funny because
Shelby's like, I'm glad I strike so much fear into you, Jordan.
You don't.
He was set. He was trembling.
It's not fear. It's being prepared.
Why is Jordan's camera so out of focus?
It's just because it's
low on the table.
It's low on the table.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his field of focus is set much higher off the table than mine.
Yeah.
Send Baby J to the dunk tank.
I do not fear Schlebby.
An hour and a half late. Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. It was like, that does not bode well.
I was like, the fact that she's not back yet, it's probably not mean that was a good trip.
It was not the best trip I've had in my life.
That sucks,
I'll
babe.
say.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
you did not deserve that today.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
But,
in fact, you don't deserve that any day.
Well, some days I probably do.
You said it, not me.
But today,
I
think I was pretty nice most of the day today. So
she's very honest.
You've been great. You've been very nice today. Look, I'm just nice, okay?
He is.
I don't say mean things.
He really is just nice.
Until you're not around.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know that, so.
See?
Jen, that's
that
a lie.
works well for you.
I'm just a nice person.
It's a good strategy.
It's a good. I can't fault it. It's a good strategy. Oh my goodness, that's funny. That is, I am so happy that you walked in right there. It was perfect. I can't imagine what was going through your head, like seeing me looking like I'm about to squirt you with a water bottle.
I didn't know what was happening. I heard you. I could hear you
Oh,
saying.
you probably heard it.
Somebody. I thought I heard somebody walking down the hall, and I'm gathering that you thought it may have been Shelby.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I had just recently thrown Shelby under the bus.
If I would have known I was going to be that long, I would have. I mean,
you technically didn't, because she admitted that she did not bring enough for you.
Correct.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, of the magic stuff.
The magic pink fairy dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't bring enough. Baby J is buttering up the boss. Not saying he should not do it. Just saying. Thanks for your vote of confidence, Avian.
I like that red, Jordan. I like that red.
Thank you. I am very happy with how the red turned out.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Now I gotta write it down so I don't forget. Well, at least I have the stream. I can always go back and watch it. Then I can't miss it because I told people what it was. Oh, I'm tired. Turns out being sick
Saps your energy a little bit.
Yeah, it's an exhausting experience. I'm just glad I didn't get it as bad as you did a couple weeks ago.
I only missed a day.
Yeah. That's fair.
I was dying though.
Yeah.
So.
You also had it during the weekend though too, right?
Nope.
Oh, did it start?
It started on the weekend, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like on a Sunday.
Okay.
No. It was New Year's Day, so that was Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Mm.
I think it started that Sunday night.
Yeah, probably.
And then New Year's Day it really hit me, and then by Tuesday I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah, that's the first time I've missed any work. And, it was funny because I think just kind of recently on stream we had talked about like how few days I've missed due to being sick. And then I get zapped. So it's Murphy's Law kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, I typically don't get sick to a point where I am that kind of afraid I'll get other people sick. Stay away from work type. It happened back in, what was that, 2020? Yeah, it was. It was like 2020. We had just moved into the new building.
Oh, no, so that was, because it was,
Yeah, it was 2020.
No, I don't think it was. Did we, because it was...
That's when we moved into the building on 16th Street, yeah.
We did in 2020?
Yeah, right after Ruben got here.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, because it was after Thanksgiving, right? Because all the Barhams were together, and yeah. And then the brother-in-law came and did the floor or something. And
it was the uncle. The uncle got me sick.
Yeah.
Our landlord's uncle got me sick.
What a guy. What a guy.
He had the Rona.
Had the Rona.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. So we had Thanksgiving and everyone got COVID.
Oh, thanks.
I'm like, cool.
Thank you.
That explains a lot around here.
But yeah, that was the day I was sitting at the office. It was me and Ruben, and I don't know who else was there at that time.
No, why wasn't I there?
You weren't there. You had gone maybe to the post office or something, and I was like, hey, you were at home, I think. I don't know what you were doing, but I was like, hey, you need to come in right now.
Yep.
And then I left even before you got there.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks that time. I was like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went home and I think I stayed in bed for 3 days fighting a fever. And that was about as sick as I'd been. But that was on a weekend. Like, I missed that stream because that was like a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Saturday, Sunday, or whatever it took to have my fever break, and I was back at work on Monday.
T. Schmidt broke your Deidre. No.
Don't do that.
Is she fixable? What you guys been doing today? What'd I miss?
Painting.
Really?
Yeah, really? No
That's
idea.
unusual.
That's unusual. Nice one, Jen.
Telling Jen jokes.
We talked a little bit about Noida. We talked a little bit about.
Are you still on your
I'm on the same damn game.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm about to.
I
killed the last boss on the first. It's called New Game, right? So the first time through, and I've collected enough to go to New Game Plus, where I will start doing like hard mode challenges and things.
Oh,
But I'm prepping. I'm reading the wiki. I'm following the things people that have come before me know, because I'm all like stressed out.
Yeah.
I didn't even play last night because by the time we got home I was tired. I was like, I'll kill
late.
myself and I'm not playing.
You gotta be focused. Can't be tired.
Let's see here.
She knows not to sneak up on me when she sees the.
I try and like.
It's such a silly game. It's such a silly game. It's like this silly, cute looking thing, and it's the hardest game on the planet.
And then you're like, God dang it. Died.
You watch like there's a streamer on Twitch who plays, that's his game, like his main game that he streams and does his YouTube videos on, and he had his brother who also plays video games but he never tried Noida, and he had his brother sit down with him and they sat next to each other and he taught his brother how to play. But for the first few games his brother played, he was like, I'm not going to tell him anything except stuff he asks. I'm just going to let him get the feel for it. He goes, because Noida is a game where if you try to load people up with too much information, you screw them because they haven't even felt like what the consequences of the game are. You need to get frustrated with it and then want to go find out more about it. His brother did all the same things I did when I started. The same things everybody's ever done in this game when they start. Yeah. Like just instantly die because you have no idea that like, oh, standing in the green stuff kills you. The whole world kills you. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't know what all the potions are, so you see this potion and you know you go up or you're jumping and you fall into it and it's like it's polymorphine and so it turns you into a sheep and you die, and or teleportadium.
Why am I a sheep?
You fall in the teleportadium and it teleports you clear across the map in front of all the bad guys and they kill you and you die. Noida is a game of taking away your security instantaneously. It's when you feel the most indestructible that you die.
Yeah.
You're like, I got this. Boom. And you're like, what?
No, I don't.
There is a place called the Fungal Caverns. It is a biome. There's a bunch of biomes like Terraria. Think Terraria, right? Where you have all these different biomes you can go to side screen, side scroll.
Yeah.
So it has a very Terraria style feel to it. You can dig down, but it's all like the whole map is non-instanced. You can go. It feels like 5 miles down into the ground for as long as it takes you to get down there.
The game does feel like Terraria hard mode.
Yeah, it is like insane, right?
Yeah,
like hardcore Terraria. But you have a biome called the Fungal Caverns, and it is like the wand farm because it has so many wands in it. They're usually only like mid-tier wands, so they're not the greatest, but it's a great place to go hunt for spells because there's like 50 wands floating around in this place. And you just find wands every now and then, and when you get them, you can look and see what spells are on them, and you can take them and then take the spells off and so on, and use them for other wands, even if the wand sucks. So I go there to spell farm to get the spells I need off the wands that are there. But it is a place where all of these because there's just as many potion bottles as there are wands, and everything in that biome explodes. All these mushrooms and weird fungal creatures, and they all blow up when they die, or some of them just blow up because. And so they're always blowing up all of the potion bottles. So there could be like a lake of polymorphine's the worst thing in the game. Because it turns you into a sheep, and sheep only have 1 hit point, and everything does with hit point damage, so you die. Basically, if you get turned into a sheep in the game, you're dead. Because like 1 little pixel of fire hits you and burns you for 1 tick, and you're dead.
Yep.
So, but there's like piles of polymorphine that have been broken open all over the place. So you really go through that entire place knowing that it's one of the best places to farm in the game, but it will kill you instantaneously. It's so hard. It's so hard.
We talked a little bit about my my projects that I have coming up that I'm excited to work on.
Every time Baby J goes to a show, there's projects.
True.
We have the Age of Sigmar Fantasy guys that you bought the whole box set for.
Yeah,
painted like 2. We have your Lizard Men that you painted.
I fell out of love with that project.
Fell out, and then I forget what other projects you've started. It shows your whole 30K thing with your Sons of Horus.
That's still going.
Your 40K stuff with your Grey Knights.
That is over. That one's over. That one's over and gone.
The guy, I was always like, how long is that gonna last?
Yeah, no.
Hi Jade and bye Jade.
Hi Jade, bye Jade. Game delay. The sheep only lasts for a few minutes.
Seconds even.
Or not minutes.
Seconds. Yeah. Most of the effects, it all depends on how much you soak. It's called stains. So in the game, there's an effect called staining. You're wearing a robe. You're a wizard, right? Wizard, whatever. And so you're wearing a robe, and like a wizard's robe. And when you go into liquid, it stains your robe, and a little thing will show up on the side like a debuff or a buff. Some of them buff you, some of them debuff you. And it's a stain, and as you move, the stain lessens. If you stand still, it stays there. So if you just stand in bad liquid, you're screwed, because it just ticks damage until you die. If you like acid or I forget what else, there are toxic sludge. There's a bunch of them that just kill you. Oil, if it gets stained in oil, you slide around the ground so you can't stay put. You're just always moving. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, so you get a stain on you, and there's perks that will remove the stain. Jumping in water removes the stain. But yeah, if you get stained with polymorphine, it's just how fast can you move around to get the polymorphine off of you. It's kind of like, bee, get the bee off. As soon as the bee's gone, you're fine. But that's exactly what the stains are like. So if you get polymorphed, if it's regular polymorphine, it always turns you into sheep. Sheep have 1 hit point, you're dead. If there's any bad guys around or anything like that. Which in most 99.9% of the time you're playing the game, there's bad guys around. And it could just be a frog. A frog jumps through you, and you're a sheep and you die.
And you die, yeah.
Like I said, 1 pixel of fire can hit you. Because the whole world's physics pixels. They all explode, they all move. A rock hits you, you die. It's crazy. But chaotic polymorphine, on the other hand, can turn you into like the biggest monster in the game. And you can have more hit points than you did as a Noita, and you can go around and kill stuff.
That's so funny.
Well, one of the ways that you can get to the other side of the parallel worlds, because there's a big like stone wall that's made out of the most dense stone that frames the whole world in. So in order to get to a parallel world, you have to burrow through that stone. And the game it's all continual. There's no instancing. So you can go to technically infinite parallel worlds, but your computer will crash because it now has to load all of those worlds with the main world, and because every pixel is physics oriented, it literally, for a simple looking game, is intense on your computer.
Yeah.
And because like fire is like hundreds of thousands of little moving physics pixels of fire burning and stuff. It's a really crazy engineering deal. It gets a lot of talk because of the science behind it, even though it's a very simple looking game.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for a lot of people playing stuff. But you can burrow through it because you can carry a flask of chaotic polymorphine and just pour it on yourself until you turn into the big burrowing worm, and then burrow all the way through the rock to get to the parallel world. Because it's very hard to get there. So,
Solitaire's asking a question. How would you paint sandstone? Sprinkle some sandstone on it. It'd be good.
So sandstone, I always feel like is kind of more of a golden brown.
Yeah. Golden brown's a good place to start.
There's also the ability to have a little bit of a terracotta color to it too. So depending on how deep you want to go, you could use something like a burnt sienna and like, you know, the dark golden brown, and then olive flesh work into it to get those colors correct. And then the burnt sienna could be used as kind of a glaze, like you see Baby J do on his bases all the time, to give it kind of that orangey feel. If you wanted more of a terracotta, you know, you could even do reds or pinks or whatever. But
you could probably use burnt orange.
That would be a good way to do it. It also has a little bit of a rougher texture to it, a very matte finish. And so if you were to take something like our concrete paste, that's super fine anyway, and lay that down first on top of, even if it's like, you know, something like this that has rocks on it, but I wanted those to be like sandstone, I might take a little bit of the concrete paste and put it on it so it gives it a little bit of a texture, so that when I paint it, you get the ability to like dry brush it and have that dusty feel to it, because that's kind of the way I think of sandstone. But I think I would, you know, dark golden brown, olive flesh as my base. Yeah.
Where's my dark gold?
Could use, burnt orange. The burnt sienna is what I was thinking, because you always want to go a little bit darker if you're going to use it as a glaze. If you just want to paint it straight and not glaze it, then burnt orange would be more in the frame, yeah. Heavy, warm, white. Ta-da!
I'm just going to go ahead and paint it on this base because I have one here to demo it.
There we go.
We got 10 minutes left, so.
Is there no way to unsheep? No. You can build immunity. There's a perk in the game that's called Iron Stomach. And there's another perk called Eat Your Vegetables. And the combo of those is pretty brutal. I don't know that you need the combo. I think you just have to have Iron Stomach. Iron Stomach allows you to drink or eat anything. And you can drink polymorphine. And if you drink polymorphine, you're immune to it so long as your stomach is full. So you can do that. What about uncursing yourself? I mean, you're not cursed.
You drank a polyjuice potion that sucked.
You have a polymorph potion stain on you. You're not cursed. The only curse you can really easily undo is the curse of greed, right? I don't know that there are any other curses. At least not that I know of. I have to go get the curse of greed tonight, as a matter of fact, assuming I play tonight. I waited to the end of the game. I'm going to go pick up the Curse of Greed because it starts kind of a clock, and then go pick up this last chest that has a couple of really good wands in it, some named wands.
What does the Curse of Greed do, by the way?
The Curse of Greed gives you a lot more gold for everything you kill, but it randomly turns liquid and soil around you to cursed liquid and soil.
Yep.
Meaning they do area damage to you regardless if you touch them or not.
Yep.
Pretty much everyone's gone that would stay for game night, right? Except Ruben. But like Phil, Gabe gone, Jacob and
yeah, I may just again say
Paul
hey.
Gone.
that we don't do game night.
I'm not staying for game night. I'm gonna go home and relax.
Go home and rest.
Yeah.
Oh, Telemachus. A timely one.
Oh?
Fun fact, Spock actually had 3 ears. A left ear, a right ear, the final front ear.
Why do we tolerate this?
Because it's
But you're
Telemachus.
super into Star Trek right now, so it's a good one.
You bring this upon yourself.
I do not bring this upon myself.
This is the time when I go lock up the door.
Yeah, Jen's like, I'm gonna step away. Don't mind if I do. You guys can see me using this like stippling motion to get the that kind of rough textural earthy feel. Thank you for the follow, the Rabbit GG.
Whoa.
All right.
Stalling out again.
Yeah.
That's a hard time sometimes.
How you liking the model?
Oh, I'm loving him.
Yeah.
Not my favorite model, but he's good. He's fun.
Yeah. I like that you did the hooded helmet. Or you have the hooded face, not the helmet, right?
Hooded face. I pulled the hooded helmet too, and I was thinking about it, but I thought it would be nice to have at least a little bit of skin tone on it since I did the other guy with his helmet off. Because the 30K one has a helmet choice too.
Oh, right, because it has the
big winged helmet.
Right.
That you can use, or the no helmet at all, and hair flying like Layman Russ. So I figured I'd do the face here too.
I never professed to tell good jokes, but then dad jokes are supposed to be terrible.
Are they though, or do they just get a bad rap? I don't know if I'd buy all this.
Be straddled a little bit lower. Oh, just hanging out. Oh, person was a high bar to cross, probably never to be achieved.
I don't like the shield on this guy.
You don't like it?
Nah.
What about it do you not like?
I don't like the fact that a Primarch has a shield. I think it's stupid.
Even if it's like the shield of the Emperor?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Why does the Emperor have a shield? That's also stupid.
You know how a dad joke becomes a dad joke? Becomes apparent.
Ugh. It's
Dad jokes are great. They're great and terrible things.
They are great
in equal
and
measure.
Terrible things. Great power comes great responsibility and all that. And you guys forgot to read that part.
So here's a quick way you could do that sandstone. You can add a lot more color with some glazes and stuff, but nice little bit of textures, 2 colors right now.
Easy.
Brighten it up. I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated. It is just the base. You can put as little or as much effort into it as you want. But why does anyone in 30K, 40K have a shield? Why don't they have energy protection devices? Because we like to hang out old school status with our swords and shields.
The Space Marine boarding shields made sense to me. You know, when fighting against like solid rounds and things like that. I can see that. I don't remember what they're called.
I think they're called boarding shields.
No, I don't remember what the assault crews that had them were called. It's not just like Marines with boarding shields. It's
breacher.
Breachers, yeah.
Yeah.
So that I can kind of ascertain, you know, during the reunification and all that stuff. It's more because he's a Primarch that I don't get it. You know,
I don't know.
Guys are huge, imposing creatures. Like they turn away, shrug off fire like it's no big deal. So it's a sign of weakness to carry the shield, in my opinion.
I just think it looks cool.
Just an odd choice. But again, like I said, I haven't taken time to read the story. So I don't know how much of his power they took away from him. You know, all of the Primarchs got sapped. Even the Chaos ones get a little bit more love.
They get warp juiced up.
Yeah. Although I know Gilliman played well in the game for a long time because of his comeback kid mechanic.
Third Street, see you later. Primarchs can withstand Girl Scout cookies. Oh my gosh, we have some of those in the office right now.
There's a ton of them. Holy cow, I keep walking by people's offices and it's like everybody's got Girl Scout cookies stacked up. Jen bought some.
I want to buy some of the ones that you stick in your freezer.
The Thin Mints.
Thin Mints.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Jen got a box of Thin Mints and a box of maybe Samoas.
Samoas are good.
The coconut one.
Yeah, those ones.
Those were always the two of my favorites. So genuinely like the same ones, but they went way downhill the last few years. I feel like I changed the recipe to make them cheaper to make or something. I read.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Like especially the Samoas they changed, and they also changed like the packaging to make it smaller. You don't get as many.
Stupid.
Like times is tough.
Times is tough.
Yes. No. Wait.
Yeah. Pretty much.
How you doing, James?
Tired.
Tired? Ready for the weekend?
I feel that.
Yeah. Just trying to work on speed so we can pass that.
Well, you're only. I think it's tough to do more than that in a day with two guys. So.
Right, but we're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Because I got the speed driver of the boss.
I am that.
Oh, it's Ruben.
Yeah, he's not talking about you. He's talking about Ruben.
Got Jacob.
What's up, chair guy?
Well, now take care of my chairs. Don't just freaking fall into
Wow. Man, chair guy.
them. Break the dang chair.
Oh.
You guys have a good weekend.
All right, James,
That's
have a good one.
And we'll see you on Monday.
Yep, definitely. Have some fun. Get rested. Important for me?
Yeah.
What do you got? I think it's 67 something
What's on the
in the product, but it's gone up. So
Oh, okay.
I want to believe. Just do like 68.
Okay.
Nice. I think I'm probably gonna bow out.
Jacob's going to
Yeah, you're going to
LA.
Mm-hmm.
Chair guy's going to California
Mm-hmm.
California.
for nationals.
Have fun. All right, I think I'm gonna head out of here.
All right, man.
Are you gonna keep going for a minute?
Yeah, till
Okay.
Jen comes back and is done.
Okay.
Put a couple more bright spots on things here.
I missed you guys. I'm so happy to be back.
Have a good weekend. I hope you continue to feel better.
Yeah, I'm so much better than. I mean, man, on Monday I was in rough shape on Monday. Oh man, I just remember like walking through the office and just being like, zombie-fied the whole way.
Yeah.
So it's good to be back.
Yeah, you did not look good on Monday when you showed up.
You guys have much love from me, and take care of this guy and that guy, I guess, the chair guy. And hey, win some stuff this weekend, huh?
Okay.
You think okay?
Okay.
He told me he's taking top 2. He wants the free ticket to Japan. So
I said I need to get top 2 for that.
His exact words were, "I'm coming home either as a top 2 winner or not at all." That's what he
I
told
said
me.
I'm gonna win.
Okay, you better win. Is this Digi or
Yes.
okay?
Or what? One Piece?
Yeah. You never know.
I'm not playing that.
Oh no, you have a Nats invite for yeah. All right. Good night, everyone. Happy weekend.
Bye bye.
May all of your dreams come true.
Oh, maybe not all of them.
I was about to say, maybe not all of them.
Maybe not all of them, but yeah, some at least.
Jason, have a wonderful weekend.
You too, man.
Jacob, kill it.
Bye bye.
Good to have you back.
Good to be back.
You excited, Jacob?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, if nothing else, you get to hang out with the crew, and that's fun. Okay, perfect. Making the gold shiny. Chair guy's going to win it all. Oh, you think he's going to be number 1? That would be so awesome, by the way. If Jacob comes back taking the whole tournament, would be freaking awesome.
I'm really mad I didn't win last year because I know I could have. I like the trophy.
So what's your
last
plan
year
to do better this year? Focus more?
No, I braked last year. I got unlucky.
Well, I mean, you can't beat that.
I know.
That just happens.
That's what it is.
Chair guy number 1. Game delay. First 2 children, I ate Lorna Doone shortbread at the hospital when they were born. Third child, Lorna Doone wasn't the same. Found out they had changed the rest. Yeah, they changed a lot of them. Samoas were always my favorite, and then we got them one year, and I was like, this is not a Samoa. They have kept the name, but not the cookie. It's similar, right? But not the same. I was bummed. Because now I don't get near as pumped about Girl Scout cookies. for the last few years, whenever people we know, like Kyle's daughter, doing Girl Scout cookies or whatever, I'll buy the cookies and then just give them away. I'm like, nah. The cookies aren't good. Thin Mints I don't think have ever changed. It'd be hard to change Thin Mints. And they're still pretty good. Damn. Oh.
Your model's on the thing twice.
Oh, I don't have the punch out done. Thank you. Yeah, like what I need. It makes everything else look so dull around it when you do the final highlight. All the other gold looks like it's just one coat of paint. What's happened?
Oh, you're
Oh, yeah, yeah.
saw Jordan sitting out there. I'm like, oh, you guys are done.
No, I said he could go. He wasn't feeling good. When do you leave? 6?
Yep. Leave right now.
Have a wonderful weekend, man. Good luck.
Bye.
Bring back the gold.
You do get a solid gold card.
Oh, really?
For winning.
Oh, wow.
That's why I'm mad I didn't win last year, was because the gold card was like a gold version of my favorite card.
What is it?
I don't think you played when it came out. I'll show you a picture later. But I do not like the trophy nearly as much this year.
Oh, it's just a different card.
Yeah. Alright, well, goodbye.
Have a wonderful time, regardless of the outcome, but win.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for everything today. Did a great job.
Yeah, Jacob's been killing it.
He has totally been killing it. Like, I went back there just now, and the whole table is clear in wholesale. Like, he got everything done.
Oh, that's incredible.
Amazing. Our whole team has just absolutely been killing it lately. Like, they just have been doing such a good job this week.
We got 4 new people.
All the new people are doing fantastic. Who've been here for a while are being really supportive of the new people.
Yeah.
Good place right now. I think they deserve a popcorn machine. I will buy them some pre-popped popcorn. Are you planning on continuing to paint for a while?
Nah. This is the fun part, because all of the gold really starts coming alive.
Yeah.
So this part's hard to put down, but
Yeah.
we can be done.
I hope that they don't do that game delay. They deserve a lot, but I don't know that anybody deserves that.
What's that?
Game delay said, I think they deserve to warm up their fish lunch in the company microwave.
Oof. Why you gotta be that way?
That would be worse than a popcorn machine.
Why you gotta be that way?
I came to lay, you monster. This is one of those times when I'm not being trustworthy.
The littlest amount of paint has such a huge impact at this stage, especially with non-metallics and other reflective surface stuff.
Xenobon said, I bring popcorn to work on Mondays. Pop it up in the wok before I head out in the morning. And then do you make it just for yourself for the week, or do you share it with your coworkers?
Pop up 3 bags and put them in the kitchen space. Oh, nice. For everybody. Look at you.
Oh. What is this share you speak of?
You love specular highlights. Doing the overall stuff is nice. Then going back and doing the stuff that's more traditionally what you would refer to as specular highlights, like the little bitty direct reflection stuff, can really add a lot. From taking it from just like brushed, and then I've done like the little reflective spots here, where like each of the little studs where the shine would be has a little dot of reflection in the gold around it, kind of stuff. Gives a little bit more depth. Depends on how much realism you want to try to achieve. I don't usually really care on 40K models because they don't, I'm not planning on doing anything with them. But they're cool. Burnt microwave popcorn, microwave fish, and burnt coffee. Microwaved fish.
I don't think anyone should be allowed to do that.
Like I get fish fried rice sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'll do the microwave the leftovers on it, and it doesn't do too bad.
Yeah.
But it's not a big hunk of fish steak.
Right. You get the other smells with it.
And it's usually they fry it up anyway. Yeah. Right. Well, maybe not. I don't remember. The Thai place that we like doesn't really do that, but still, it's not as bad as you would think that way. But I can't imagine like that sea bass or whatever. Mm-mm. That might not be nearly as family friendly.
Are you good if I need to leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, like I said, we can finish up right now. It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Everybody, we are so happy that everybody got to join us this week. It's been a great week. Other than missing Baby J, we've gotten a lot done on the Lion. Made some good progress on him. We will keep kicking through this guy as we head into the new week. But as always, for those of you that may be new around here, please hit that follow button. We are Monument Hobbies. We make all the great paints and brushes that you see us using. I hope everybody does have a spectacular weekend. Stick around. We're going to find somebody to raid, show love of the channel we end up in, and check out all the links.
I'm getting there.
That Jen is going to be putting up. She's multitasking.
Multitasking. I'm not very good at that.
She's multitasking right now.
Oh, jeez. Like a delay.
But check out all those. You can find all of our products via the store and or the FLGS link direct from our website or through the multitude of retail partners and wholesale accounts that we have throughout the globe. And then the YouTube and the Discord will show you all of the community stuff. The Discord's a great place to come hang out, get inspired, talk to other great painters, make friends, tell jokes, Telemachus, you bad person. And just hang out and find out all the good hobby news from Monument Hobbies all the time. So we'd love to see you over at the Discord for sure. So again, stick around. I think we're going to raid Next Level Painting, see what Kenny's up to now that he's back from LVO and feeling better. And enjoy your hobby time with him and have a great weekend. We'll catch you back here on Monday.
Bye, everyone.
Adios, gang.